But it comes through His Word. It comes through praise and worship. It comes through realizing what we have. You remember that old hymn years and years ago? Count your many blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God hath done. But why is it that we have a tendency to focus on what God ain't done? And name them one by one. Count your many miseries. You know, that's what we have a habit of doing when we're not tapped in to the joy of the Lord. The joy of the Lord is my strength. Oh, there isn't a single one in here, there isn't a single one in the world that if we really examine your life, no matter where you're at, ups and downs, ins and outs, whatever, that we cannot count the many blessings. And they will always transcend your many miseries. Always, without a doubt, not even close. Not even close. You know, Paul talks about it in Ephesians chapter 3 and verse 20 when he says, you can't even begin to imagine. Your mind can't even tell it. Going back to our song, it's unspeakable. It's beyond what we can imagine or comprehend what the Lord has done for us. But this year, let's do it. Let's make that our challenge, our goal, our desire. Find those promises. Imagine as much as you can. Tap into that joy of the Lord. And see that next time when you're in that fight, when you, by the way, probably just wanting to get your own way, at least that's the way it is usually with me, or my pride has been hurt, or my ego's been hurt, or some physical thing that I wanted I don't get. You know, it usually goes along those lines. Get out of that and tap right into the joy of the Lord and see how it will overcome all the challenges that this cold, cruel world will bring. Instead of what you don't have, laser focus on what you do have. By the way, there's another hymn, and Bobby, you got to help me. You got the blue book handy? You got one in your back pocket? Most of you have no idea what the blue book is, but it's an old-timey hymnal. 50% of these folks probably don't even know what a hymnal is. But anyhow, I'm satisfied with cottage below, a little silver and a little gold. That's a bunch of lying, and we all know it, because I want a lot of silver and I want a lot of gold. Right? Come on. I'm satisfied with. When we're tapped into the joy of the Lord, when we really count the blessings that we have, and we get our focus on that, we can sing that song with honesty and integrity. Because I am just satisfied with what I got. Not with what I ain't got. That will cause us to tap in to this great, unspeakable joy. Our pride, our selfishness, our lack of faith in God, it steals that joy. It sucks it right away from us. It robs us. Man, these guys are good. Look at them. They're saying, you think it's time? Hawkins has talked long enough? Yeah, let's go up. Go up there. We'll start the music. You'll have to shut up. They're good. I love these guys. I'm telling you what. These guys and gals are awesome. We are so blessed. You know, we really are. We've got blessed. And there's others here in the congregation that just bless us by leading us to worship God. Thank you very much. Yeah, guys, come on up. Come on up. Shut him up. That song, I think we're going to finish with this song. The joy of the Lord is my strength. The joy of the Lord will be my strength. I will not falter. I will not faint. He is my shepherd. That means He guides me. He provides for me. You know, He nurtures me. I am not afraid. You remember that psalm that a king a couple thousand years ago wrote, right? The Lord is my shepherd, I'll not want. Remember he talked about, I will not even fear the valley of the shadow of death. Why? Because you are with me. Remember that word we said in Philippians chapter 4, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. The Lord is near. Do you find any kind of harmony in the Word of God there? Jesus is right there with me. But how many times we forget? We don't look. He's the answer to all of our problems, the cure for every disease, the relief for every financial problem. And that's not just health and wealth stuff, man. I'm telling you, that's real. That's reality. We're discussing again in our teen class. What's truth? I'll tell you what truth is. Truth is not what Oprah tells us on her show, or Dr. Phil, or no offense to any of them. But truth in its primitive, pure definition is the perception of reality as perceived by God. And yet, how often do we look through the eyes of God to examine the truth in our lives? He's my shepherd. I am not afraid. The joy of the Lord is my strength. He will uphold me all of my days. That, if you will, spiritual helium that's going to rise us above. I am surrounded by mercy and grace, not judgment and condemnation. And some of us are the worst judges and condemnation on our own self. But I'm surrounded by mercy and grace. I will not waver, walking by faith. He will be strong to deliver me safe. As one of my old Bible professors said, not a single one of us getting out of this thing alive. Or not. I can make you downright miserable if that's all you have for your final conclusion of all your days under the sun is a hole in the ground. And a bunch of folks are going to come around and they're going to cry and they're going to throw some dirt on your face, and then they're going to go back to the church building and they're going to eat potato salad and have a good time. If that's your focus, that could get really dark, miserable, and depressing. But that's not the truth. He's got a purpose, He's got a plan, He's got a destination for you and for me. You need to tap into that. Praise band stands ready. Please, won't you stand? However we can help you.